Hello people of the web, and welcome back to another episode from the Lyfcraft server. Last episode we made a start on our new base under the sea, and we left the walls for Hushbug to design. I was aware that she was busy, so wasn't expecting a design for at least a few days. However, that night she got into creative, and when I woke up in the morning I was surprised to find screenshots of the completed design in my PMs. Now we'll get to that shortly, but first we need to discuss the community here. When I joined the server, everyone seemed lovely and welcoming, and probably the most welcoming so far has been Bex of JT and Bex. Then, a couple of days ago, she told me that she wanted to kill me. I was devastated, fearful that our recently forged friendship was over. After wiping the tears from my eyes, I messaged Bex to ask why. What had I done wrong? Through bleary eyes, I read her response. She reassured me that I had done nothing wrong. She just wanted my head so that she could build an armour stand statue. Now, I'm practically never wrong. This is one of the very few times that I am, and I've never been so glad to be mistaken. We can still be BFFs. Anyway, she wants my head and isn't online, so I'm going to get Hushbug to help. Hopefully she doesn't get too much of a taste for blood, because she has plenty of opportunities to kill me. I suppose it would be sensible to put all my stuff in a chest first. Oh, spoilers, there's things in this chest that I'm going to need later on in the video. Okay, I might have asked her to kill me. It still surprised me and made me jump. Ah, having my head on the ground. Now, Bex didn't actually ask for Hushbug's head, but I can pretend that she did, and that gives me an excuse to do this. Yep, that was satisfying. Right, I've had enough fun doing that. I best deposit these over at JT and Bex's. Don't I look pretty? Oh, seeing as I'm going past the post box, I need to give this back to Bex and that back to Ozza. Yeah, you wanted these, so I went ahead and gathered them. I also hear a zombie. In a house. That's quite... An uninvited guest is in the house. I'm getting out of the house. We're back at our tent. I placed one of each head in our chest, so we've got them spare. And I've grabbed a shulker with all the supplies I need, because we are going to our new base. I asked a friend who watches these videos what I should discuss during the time lapse. She said I should talk about what I enjoy most about making videos. Simply put, it's the interaction I get from viewers. Reading and responding to comments is my favourite part. It helps me develop my skills and shows me that there is a community that watches. And that community is awesome. Thank you. Another friend suggested I talk about the weather, which would have been a very British thing to do. Actually, on the subject of weather, rain seems very uncommon here. It happens as part of the one-player sleep function we have, but only briefly, and rarely happens otherwise. I'm very pleased with how this has all turned out. And now, this floor that we're standing on is not where I dug down to. We just left this layer in so that we could work on the walls. And now that these walls are done, this can come out. The build was looking quite grand when we just had the floor at the bottom of the ocean and the dome, and then it felt even bigger once we dug down, and now the next layer, of course, will be going out. You're really starting to get a sense of scale. Now, what I want to do with this area is I want to change these blocks so that we have a full quartz block all the way around, not any of these diagonal bits. And I need to expand this circle size until there's a reasonable gap here, which I'll be doing off camera. You'll see what that looks like in a moment. After spending quite a while with the villagers trading for quartz, I've now finished the ceiling. It's fairly plain and simple, but I didn't want to have anything too much here because it would take away from the pattern in the dome. Now we just need to dig this area down a number of blocks. I don't know how far we'll be digging it down, but probably at least 20. Which is a lot of digging when we don't have a beacon. It's been about a day since the last clip in here, and we made some decent progress. We're getting there. Got a fair bit to go, but Hushbug's helping me, so it's not too bad. And something's come between us. Well, I actually made it. I was expecting to fall down. As I was digging away this side, I heard quite a lot of zombies, and I found where they were hiding. We have an abandoned mine shaft. So while Hushbug continues to do the safe stuff out here, I'm gonna go have some fun. There's quite a lot of them down there, isn't there? Ah, what's the worst that can happen? Of course, they can't cross rails. It's like easy mode. That's a lot of zombies. Do we have a spawner nearby? That is up. Is it a creeper? Well, that dealt with the zombie problem. I got blown up by a creeper. That wasn't the plan. Ah well, I should be able to get all of my stuff back and not find a zombie holding it all. Hopefully. Yep, I found my stuff. Now that I'm out of there with all of my stuff again, I think the sensible thing would be to block this off and pretend it's not here for now. Just noticed that we have a guest at the far side. I suppose he must have come in via the tunnel. Hello. Ouch. Okay. I was expecting him to attack me. Okay, if you're not going to attack me, you can stay. You're fine. Hushbug and I have been quite busy, to say the least, and this room's now dug out, which I'm very happy with. Now, this area here is just going to be a lobby room, so what I'd actually like to do is build a circle area in the middle of dirt and have a custom tree built here, which I'm looking to commission from one of the other members of the server. But in order to do that, I think I need to work out my spacing and then work out the rest of the room's layout. Now that should be a big enough space for a custom tree to be built in. Now all I have to work out is the rest of the room, which should be simple. But this is definitely out of my comfort zone. I had to pause a couple of times to get dirt and quartz, but now the main lobby floor has been laid out. This is going to be our hub room, with corridors leading off in each direction to different farms and buildings. Over the next few days, Hushbug will be designing an opening for each of the 4 cardinal directions. Depending on material she chooses, it might be a while before they are constructed. However, I will know dimensions for openings and can plan out the corridors and farms that branch off from the hub. Bex also dropped in and agreed to help landscape and decorate the garden in here. All we have to do is let her know when we're ready. The last thing to discuss in here is the very grey and boring walls. They'll be done eventually, but as a very low priority, as they do not hold other aspects back. It's likely Hushbug will be working on them when I start a redstone project. Now I've spent far too much time in here the last couple of days, so I have another very different project to work on, which involves getting the hell out of here and doing something that will make my life a lot easier. I just need a couple of supplies. One of them is ladders. The other thing I need gives me a very good excuse to show off this building here. Although it looks like 5 buildings, it's actually all just one building inside, and it's decorated to look like 5. This is the nightclub, built by Vloop, who's a former member of the server. And if I remember correctly, aha! I'll just borrow a couple of those. Actually, let's take 3. Wait, he can't tell me off, he's not here. Hopefully he comes back though. I just realised I have no idea where I'm going. This could be the right direction, but it isn't. Inevitably, every time I end up at the Nether Hub, I go to the 3 wrong directions before I eventually go to the right one. This is only my 3rd tunnel that I've tried, and I think it might be the correct one. Nope, it isn't. I'm wondering if you can guess where I'm off to. Hang on a minute, there's a bed for everyone. Except me. That's rather rude. Now this probably isn't very exciting because you've all seen me do this before. That's a loud noise. I'll never get used to that. This should be very easy and boring. But I'll let you know if something interesting happens. We have to crystals yet? Looks like it. Oh, obviously not. Nope, got that one. Wow, that was a pro shot. I probably should have put sharpness on this. Oh well. I don't want to kill her there, just in case the Elytra that should in theory drop ends up going in the portal, because then I won't have a clue where it is. So I'm going to wait until she flies off. Sorry if she's being a bit loud. Aha! A head, an Elytra, and an egg! Now I'm ZactheDragon. Geronimo! Don't want to read that again. So I now have a Elytra. Don't know how the lag is. Oh, no, they work. There was a mending villager here. That's really inconvenient. Oh, that's lucky. These are JT and Bex's hidden away villagers. I did get permission, which is rare for me. We haven't got a reliable source of gunpowder yet, but we do have half a stack in here, which is useful. And no sugarcane there, but between episodes I did build a very, very quick, cheap and dirty zero-tick sugarcane farm. Stack and a half, that'll get me started. Or I should turn off the noise before truck pipe logs on. This sugarcane farm is very useful, but about 10 blocks in that direction is truck pipe's fishing spot. So I don't want to be a noisy neighbour. Well, time to see whether the lag's too bad. Nope. Brilliant. Oh, I've missed having wings. That's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, as it really does help. Subscribe if you're new, and remember, I love to see your feedback in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye now.